Hello everyone, and welcome to The Parted Veil. I'm Ryan Lang, also known as the Mind Player, and I'm here with my good friends.
Hi, I'm Cassie Lang. I will be playing Penelope Waters, the human Iquium architect.
And I'm Tim, and I play Draven, our dwarf rogue.
And I'm Cameron. I play Amarwell, our half-elf bard.
Yes, we post videos every Tuesday, and if you like what we're doing, give us a like, a comment, a subscription. And we have a few announcements. The first being, we have t-shirts!
We do.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yes! We just came from the Calgary Fan Expo, and we all wore these there. And Tim and I presented at it.
We did.
It was a lot of fun.
It was wonderful. So if anyone's watching us that was there, thank you for making it awesome. It was great. We had a lovely time.
This will be posting
A few weeks after.
a little bit
yeah.
later,
But
but
whatever.
for us right now, it just happened.
It was fresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to Cricket Lane Vinyl for making these for us, and very
Yes.
last minute too. So
Like
Super
day of
appreciated.
last
Yeah,
minute.
like
I know.
insane.
She's
pretty
It was
much.
awesome.
Yeah, I think I messaged 2 days early, and I was like, "Can you do something for me?"
Yep. And what you can't see is we actually put QR codes on the back of these ones for advertising. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Also, our character minis were printed using Banana for Scale 3D printing services, and you can use our code MINDPLAY20 for 20% off your first order until the end of 2025.
And we do have a Patreon. If you guys want to check it out, details are in the description below. But that gives you access to our Discord community where you can chat with all of us, ask us questions. We'll probably try to be a little bit spoiler free, but we'll answer best we can. So yeah, check it out if you're interested.
Please do. And the music is by Carl KC at White Bat Audio, which you can listen to on YouTube if you want to include him in your campaigns as well, or you can also purchase his music on Bandcamp.
Yep, at a very reasonable price. Actually, a very good price. Okay, so we will jump right in then. We ended last week with all of you having gone to Drung, and with Drung you learned some secrets, some things. You heard a pretty cool poem about the creation of Dragonhead Isle, and ended with a pageant put on by the orcs that had a very interesting looking robed figure in it.
Yeah, we are
Right.
now pretty certain that the Lich King is
Involved.
the figure that we are looking for.
Yeah.
I'm
the key.
100% certain because of metagaming, but that's
I only
because of
said-
Ryan going, I wondered when you guys were going to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Like legit I was like, they're gonna figure it out, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, he's only been talked about since the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, duh. Meanwhile, I just was rewatching the episodes, and I just rewatched the one where I was like, no, I'm 100% sure that it's Akratox because of blah, 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 blah. I was like, it is him.
Yep.
So
You're right.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
you see the pageant, you go to bed that night because it's quite late when it ends. The festivities carry on late into the night. Maybe some of you stay up late, I don't know. But you awake the next morning, and the question is, what do you do?
Yeah.
Still got that glowing thing in your bag.
You tried to identify that.
Yeah, I
but
only
you
identified
couldn't.
the bottle.
Yeah.
I really want to touch it, but I don't know. But I really want to touch it.
Maybe we should bring it as a gift to the Lich King and throw it on him. See what
a
happens.
gift throw it on you.
Yeah.
We've either
What
just
if it's
blessed
like-
you or
What if it's like the best thing ever? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Some,
maybe
like
not.
strengthening.
Immortality.
He suddenly
He's
is
probably
like-
already immortal.
yeah.
I can wish for things. No.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a wish spell in a bottle, and we just hand it to the Lich King. That'd be wild.
What would
Yeah.
a lich wish for?
Good question. I don't know.
Eternal
know.
life that he didn't have to continually work so hard
Yeah,
for.
yeah, immortal
Yeah.
life where he just, yeah, I don't know. Well, Vecna, we know what Vecna wanted. Vecna, for Cameron here,
I'm
Vecna
lost.
was a guy who was very powerful and a powerful wizard, but that wasn't enough. So he became a lich. But that wasn't enough, so he became a demigod. And that wasn't enough, so he essentially tried to ascend to godhood. Yep. Yep.
on.
And supposedly, the newest campaign involving Vecna is what happens if he gets that, and that isn't enough. What comes after? So, anyways, okay.
Okay, so we're looking for crystal.
Not the world we're playing in.
No, it's not. No. So we're looking for crystal. We came here on a lead because we heard the dwarves took her and they headed south.
Right.
So last time we had talked about maybe going to scout out Dragon's Head Isle, which
I
could be
do
very
think we
dangerous.
should do.
And then I don't know, like, I mean, if we're having realizations about the Lich King, I don't know that we just like walk into the Deadlands and be
Probably not.
like, "Hey, Lich King!"
Hey, buddy.
I don't.
We've had such a good
We're used to having
run.
scary companions now. Want to join us?
Yeah. You can be our new friend.
We used to have a friend who looked just like you. He glowed in the dark, but
Same.
But we've had such a good run of like face-to-faces with leaders of lands. A part of me just wants to be like, hey, can we meet you?
Yeah, we've like met everyone else
Yeah.
except for the ruler of Najkat, whoever that is.
well, it's up to you guys.
um,
The Deadlands are right next door, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do like a flyby of Dragon's Head Isle to see how bad it looks.
Yeah. We need
Like,
to get to. If
there's
we're
a
here
big
to find
storm.
Crystal, she's a Dragon's Head Isle.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
There's
There-
a big storm around it, yeah.
yes, there is a huge storm around
So
Dragon's Head
that
Isle.
may actually make it difficult for us to actually scout it at all.
yeah.
But like, if we do decide to go to the Deadlands, what do we do?
Yeah.
Just like wander over to where we figure he lives, or
Well,
like?
do we have any connections that
Well,
we could ask?
Let's pull up
Let's
our
make a
map
connection.
for a second.
Yeah.
So,
Didn't the dwarves used to be like on friendly relations with the Lich King?
Yeah.
yes,
In a way.
at
yeah.
what time? In fact, what you've been told in the past is he was helping them excavate those tunnels
Yeah.
that were flooded at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Now, the
Bless you.
Deadlands is that nice little gray spit of land in the southeast.
Yeah.
The Deadlands is known as a complete wasteland filled with the undead. And it's got haze and smoke. And at the base of Blood Mountain is the city of Ash, known as the City of the Dead. Most likely where the Lich King would be, according to what everyone states.
Okay. Cool, but I think Dragon's Head Isle for now.
Yeah. You good with that? Just like scouting to see how close we can get, what we can see about the situation of it.
We need to find Crystal.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole reason we
We
came
did
here.
come down here to find her.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot that.
But at the same time, you know, now that we've had this realization about the Lich King, like that's pretty pressing for us, because if that can get us closer to getting into that castle.
But we're not just gonna abandon Crystal.
No, we won't abandon Crystal. So let's just do both. Like, if we go to the Deadlands, what do? Just fly to the city of Ash and like hop out and see if we can get in there?
You know, and then get killed. It'd be great.
I'm sure it'll be
I-
full of dangerous
Is
creatures.
he actually scary? Because everything that we've heard about that like makes him seem like scary. It's all been misinterpretations
Well,
or
it sounds like more recently he's not been very active,
Yeah.
and we don't know, like, you know, I mean, there's a bunch of undead here, obviously, but like how in control of them is he? I don't know. So,
Let's check in on that after we find Crystal.
Okay, Pen is very set on.
Yes. That's why we came here.
Okay. I'm worried about how that's gonna go, but
Yeah, let's hop in the pod.
all the bad guys are there.
Okay.
well, could we ask just any old orc, like, is there a port on Dragon's Head Isle? Like, where would like, if they had to guess, where would the dwarves be, like, sailing into?
So they say that any port there is now filled with like icebergs, right? There's literal, like, it's not safe to travel there by ship.
Right.
Yeah, but
But-
like,
but
how
no
are
one's-
the dwarves getting in?
Yeah, like, no
Like
one's
by
seen
ship?
the dwarves, like,
So-
slip through the clouds or somewhere.
Like, we're
so-
not wondering where we can land. We're wondering where they probably are landing.
Yeah.
So the dwarves do arrive by ship,
Mhm.
but they are under the protection of Frogast. So they say, so essentially they explain to you the dwarves arrive by ship and somehow navigate safely through every time. But any attempts we have made, nobody's come back.
Right. And so
Okay.
they don't have any idea of
And-
like as the direction that they would see the dwarves like travel before they slip into the clouds. They no idea.
Well, the dwarves most likely, they would suppose, are going to the mouth of Dragon's Head Isle.
Okay. Right in there.
Like the end of the mouth.
Yeah, probably like
Nope.
that inlet. Like go right in, get swallowed. Okay.
Where are we right now? Omen good?
Omen good.
Yeah.
Oh my good.
Yeah, we're really close to the deadlands, aren't we?
We are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Right there.
Okay, well, let's do a
Do
flyby.
I'm just curious, being like this close to the border of the Deadlands, do they have a lot of issues with that here, or is that like?
Yeah, like what's the current state?
So if you talk to any of the dwarves, they talk about how they
orcs?
patrol
Orcs.
orcs, excuse me. They
Yeah.
they patrol the border of the Deadlands, and every once in a while an undead wanders further than it should, and they dispatch of it. But there's been no real activity until Stellanobis attacked.
Yeah.
At which point there was quite a bit of activity, but they say as soon as that stopped, the activity went back to what it was before.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Right. Shall we
Try
just
and get the Dragon's Head.
fly over and see what
'Kay.
we can do?
Yeah.
So you hop into the pod
Yeah.
and you fly towards
my
Dragon's
crystal
Head
in.
Isle, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're looking at about a 6-hour journey to Dragon's Head Isle. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So anything you do on the way, or just kind of sit and you're all fresh. You've had a long rest and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I flip through my Shadow Delve family history book?
Yep.
Don't know if there's anything secret in there, but I'll just.
Not particularly secret, but it is a very detailed account of the Shadow Delves and the role they played in literally the discovery and initial mining out of Rackham. Right? It starts a little mystically, kind of like the Shadow Delves always were in Vrackham to begin with. Whether or not that's true is long lost to history.
Right.
But the fact that your family was one of the first to ever live there, and always had a huge tie in finding out and hollowing new caves, and it goes through and branches out various names and things. You even find that you probably have distant relatives where your bloodlines have disconnected, but nobody of the Shadow Delve name.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll be very invested in that
Cool.
during our trip.
All right. When
Who's
you're
driving,
about
me or Cameron?
I always crash when I
You
am.
do. I would like to drive into the
Yes,
storm.
I'm
That's
okay
all right.
with you doing that. Every time lightning strikes at us, I fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I was going to say, about an hour out from Dragon's Head Isle, it becomes very dark
Yeah.
and very stormy.
Yeah.
And at this point, the blizzard is just as strong as it was in Vrackham, like above Vrackham. It is snowing hard. You can tell that Frogast is expending no expense in letting his power be known. It seems as if whatever he was doing across the land is very condensed right now in Dragon's Head Isle, and it becomes quite turbulent. I need you to make me a dexterity check on that. You can use intelligence due to your it's a dex. You can use an intelligence performance essentially, or a dex performance.
Okay. Intelligence performance.
Yes, because you have that ability that allows you to do it. That's why I'm saying you can use it. So
Like my adaptive strategy.
yes, yeah. So
Once
you would have.
per long rest, I can make an intelligence saving throw instead of any other saving throw.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. This is just a check then, so never mind. But
So
it would be a dexterity performance check.
dexterity performance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural 20? Okay.
Plus 4, so 24.
All right.
Nice.
So
Excellent.
you've
Good thing you're
been
flying.
able
Yeah.
That's right.
you've improved your abilities
Yeah.
with flying with the pod. And you're able to navigate the winds and the storms and the sleet and the snow and everything. You even find a way to like clear the windshield essentially.
Nice.
And you get to the point where now you can kind of see the island itself, right? Through the blizzard, it is very obscured. It's very hard to notice anything. It is almost a whiteout at this point. Okay? Do you
Okay.
continue forward or do you turn around?
I would like to continue forward.
I mean, we knew it would be a storm.
We
I'd like to kind of go land away from where I can see any like headquarters set up. Like we assume
You-
them to be at the mouth. Does that
Can we
appear to
see
be the
anything?
case?
So you would be approaching Dragon's Head Isle from its northern tip. So you would be quite far away from the mouth at this point.
Okay.
Like a good hour's drive.
Yeah, just wherever I land, I want to just not be
Okay.
near camp.
Yeah, you could land at the edge of
Yeah.
the island.
I will attempt to do that.
Okay. So you land at the edge. Sorry, I need some water or something. I read a story to my girls, and I used voices. I think I might have burned out my voice a bit. So, you
Oh, that would have been 26 actually. I did math wrong.
okay. You land on the island. The snow is very deep. Are you all wearing your boots still?
I am
Yep, they're
still.
still attuned.
Good, good. So you can walk without any issues. Your movement is not halved,
Mm-hmm.
and you can begin exploring the island. How do you do that?
All right.
I mean, we figure they might be headquartering at that mouth. So do we kind of just want to sneak in that direction?
Yeah.
See what we can see
Yep.
along the way?
As soon as we get any hint of anybody being near, turn on Pass Without a Trace and just stay low.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sounds
all
good.
of you make me a perception check and a stealth check.
Which of my new dice do I want to
Mhm.
use?
Perception is hot trash.
It's a 17 for perception.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. I should say
Is an 18.
your perception check is at disadvantage because of the snow.
Oh, it's at disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh.
Still a 17.
Still a 6.
Oh,
Well, mine's
wow.
a 13 then.
Okay.
And what?
Then a stealth check.
Yep.
And
A
do we
stealth
have
check at advantage.
Huh?
Because
do
of
we
the
have
snow?
I
Pass
don't
Without a
know.
Trace on yet?
Well, you said that I was going
Like
to turn
when
it
we
on
get-
if we
Yeah, I don't think you
And
were
turned
aware
it
of
on.
someone, so I don't
Okay.
think so.
25 for my
gosh.
stealth.
Oh, good thing there's advantage. 23.
Okay.
Should have turned it on for Ben.
Seriously.
Sorry, guys.
All right. So
Just
you
tells
two
the story.
are doing okay. You're
Classic
going
pen.
through Draven. You are able to kind of judge where things are. You're used to working in the dark a little more than Pen. Pen, you are in a complete whiteout. You kind of go snowblind, and in being snowblind, I need you to now make me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
A trap.
18.
An 18. Okay. So you hear a snap under your foot, and barely, just in time, you jump out of the way as a net pulls up into a tree.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. And that's when you all hear voices.
Oh, I cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. All right.
timed.
You all now all
Yeah.
make me a stealth check at advantage with Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Dang it.
Better.
I really want to hit that 40, but I can't get there.
27.
It adds plus 10, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got
28. Or
a
38.
Oh
Sorry.
my
Th-
gosh.
No.
33.
28.
I got a 33. I don't know why that math was so hard for me to do, but
What did you roll, Tim?
28. Is what I
So
got.
10 plus 10.
But it's 30. Because you can't get less than 30.
Oh, that's
Hit
true,
less than
right?
10,
Sorry.
yeah.
I keep forgetting
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have the 10, and then you get the plus 10 plus whatever you rolled.
So it's always 31 now. Because my last level up, I bumped my dexterity.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh, hot
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay, and sorry, you got a
Okay.
what?
27.
33.
33. Okay, so you guys hear the voices, you disappear into the snow, and what you notice is there's a bunch of dwarves who come running in. These ones are holding spears tipped with a shard of ice at the end. And they immediately run up to the
Stop
net.
it.
You'll
You're
never
I'll never live that down.
I tried to keep composure.
The word
Laugh at
shard
each
will
other.
never be the same.
No.
Anyways, they go up to this net, and before even looking, like, they stab into
Oh
it,
gosh! Wow.
and then realizing there's nothing there, they go, one of the wires must have tripped from the wind. And
Yes.
and they begin talking amongst themselves, and you get the drift that these are guards, and they are to make sure that nobody enters the island whatsoever.
How many did you say there are?
There's 4 of them.
Should we
What
take
do you
'em?
think?
Just wondering what to do. Okay, anyway.
As long as it's not too flashy.
Yeah, that's exactly what went through my mind.
Yeah.
Fireball? No,
Mhm,
that
that's
would
kinda-
be noted.
Yeah, just a little bit, right?
Big bright explosion in the middle of the island.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, carry on.
Okay.
Should we
we're
just like?
listening?
Should we just listen for a little
Yeah,
bit longer?
think so,
Since
yeah.
we're kind of stealthed right now, just to
Hit
see
it.
if they give away any information about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of you make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Nice.
Okay.
Even at disadvantage, it's a 19.
Nice.
17.
12.
Okay. So, Pen, over your own breathing, you have a hard time hearing this.
Okay.
But the two of you catch a few things from these dwarves. The first is that, like I said, they're guards and all that, and that they're trying to keep the orcs off the island, because it seems like the orcs have been making attempts to take the island back,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
But one of them drops the mention that that Frogast has something special planned for that little creature they picked up.
So they know about her, and we need to find out more. Let's kill them.
Well,
but
of course
she's
they
with
they
Frogast,
showed up
yeah.
when they went to get her. They showed up for her. Like they didn't care about anything else.
Yeah. But I was just like, that could have been like a stealth mission from the higher ups that like not everybody knew about. But,
Oh,
like,
but
specifically
everyone knows
these
about it.
outlier guards know about it.
Yeah.
But that means she's with Frogast.
Yeah.
Is this a trap to lure us?
It very well
Could
could be. This is a trap I'll walk into.
The rest of your party is thinking maybe not. I can see it on their faces.
Well, I haven't been talking in
I don't
character as
wanna
Draven
leave her.
tonight. I'm out of practice. If what was I gonna say now? I'm having a moment here. All right. I don't know that we're ready to go against Frogast. I mean, I know that he's weakened, but after what we saw last time, I don't know if we're capable of going in there, especially if he's with Crystal. I think we might need a better plan than just going in after her.
Mm-hmm. Stealthy.
We're not bad at that, to be fair.
I am.
Mara can help you.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if it's like right now, then we could try to stealth in. Otherwise, I feel like maybe we need to leave and think of a better strategy. That maybe involves, I don't know, the
Bring the
orcs
Lich
or
King.
something. Our new buddy.
Yeah.
We wore out Acrotox. Your turn.
Yeah.
Throw him at Frogast too.
Why do you keep throwing skeletons at me?
Yeah.
It's our strategy. It works. Or should we try and find the like dragon that died here and reawaken it? Would that work?
It's a folk tale. I mean, it could be very true. It could be partially true. We have no idea.
Yeah, the castle in the sky was just a folk tale too until we found it.
True.
All right, make up your mind.
As if
Take
we,
it to a vote if you need to.
if we,
Yeah,
oh
man.
wow, oops. If we continue to listen, do they mention what it is he has in store?
They're not entirely
They
sure.
probably don't even know.
Yeah, I guess.
And
You
that
could just-
much is apparent.
You could just do sending to Frogast.
Well, I was thinking sending to Crystal potentially, but
Yeah.
then, but okay. Remind me how childlike she was.
So-
Very.
She comes across as childlike, right? There's a wisdom to her that most children wouldn't have, but she still has this very childish nature about her.
A wisdom in that if I did a sending to her, she wouldn't like, well, someone's coming to save me, so ha.
Well, I don't know if you know her well enough to know that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
we
my
do.
fear is that I don't know that she can. I don't know that she can be trusted to know that we're here.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Or even that we're looking for her. Like,
Frogast probably just wouldn't answer us if you did sending to him.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know that sending to Frogast
No,
is a
it's
good idea.
probably not.
Okay.
It
Hey,
is funny.
we're here.
So all of you make me a
Oh, we
stealth
took too
check.
long. We
Yeah.
took too long to figure this out.
Do we still have advantage or just normal?
I don't think it's been an hour yet, so.
You do not have advantage due to the fact that the guards are nearby you.
But we do
Oh,
still
but it-
have the
okay.
You still have pass without a trace on.
nice 34.
36.
28.
Okay. All right. You're still okay.
Yeah,
The guards wander off. Back to their posts in the snow. You can't see them. They disappear into the blizzard.
Did they set the trap back up?
They do.
I'm glad I didn't end up in that. That would
Yeah.
have been real bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would have. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we could. No, that's a bad idea. I was gonna say we could take them out and keep one and interrogate him, but there's still a chance he doesn't know anything other than what they just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we just head to the Lich King.
I mean, we know that Frogast has a plan for Crystal, so she'll be safe until he attempts to carry out whatever this plan is.
Well, it's like the plan is to murder her.
Right.
Make me a stealth check at disadvantage.
Ryan wants us
Wait.
out of here.
Or
At disadvantage?
well, I want you to make a decision. Is what I want you to do.
Wow, that's unfortunate. So is mine.
19.
Disadvantage, eh? That's still
it have to
20.
be
Oh no, I guess it's
31?
still
It's
31. yeah.
disadvantage.
Well, it's a nat 1, which is a 16.
A 16.
Not bad. So
A 16. I think you just barely made it, even with a nat 1.
Oh, good.
You wouldn't have if you rolled a nat 1.
No, I would not have.
But, yep,
Ooh.
DC is 15.
okay, I think we need to get out of here for now until we can think of a better plan.
Okay, fine.
Okay, to the Lich King. Let's go back to the pod. Sneaky away.
Okay.
Sneaky the same way.
Yep.
You guys do that.
Being extra careful for traps.
I would have done whatever you guys wanted. You just have to make a decision.
No, no.
Oh, I know.
Agreed.
I know.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yep.
So you get back into the pod,
Mm-hmm.
and where do you go?
To the land of the dead.
Well, should we, like...
Okay.
Go back and rest or
does
something.
like my cousin have a connection or anything?
Huh?
King Colin?
To the city
to
of
the
Ash?
to the Lich King?
Nobody has spoken to the Lich King in over a millennia.
Oh.
Not like
Oh,
buddy.
so no one can...
No one can help us here.
Let's just go.
Okay.
He might even recognize our pod. You know?
So you head.
Could be.
That might
he
help.
Could. Should we just go straight to the city of Ash?
Yep.
I guess so, yeah.
Bypass all these wastelands of dead.
You guys have been so indecisive the last few episodes. I'm starting to force my hand on you.
Nope, we need that, so it's fine.
Fine, that's your right as the
Good.
DM. You're totally at your leisure to do that.
You
So-
give us hard decisions.
DMing tip for you: when you make too hard of decisions, force them. Okay. So you head
Okay. Yeah.
into the city of, or well, to the
Into
Deadlands.
Deadlands.
Okay.
Trying to get close to the city of Ash.
All right.
I'm flying again.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. They look from far away. They look.
I know
very
they look
similar.
like the
Yeah.
T-Swizzy ones, but
Oh, they were awesome.
Passing into the Deadlands, the land becomes barren, dirty, dusty even. The
Dead.
ground turns gray. Yes, it turns gray and black. It looks as if there's like charcoal all over. There is not a spit of plant growing on it, just rocky, dirty outcroppings everywhere. Sand and wind blowing what looks like black sand across the land. And the sun even fades out of view to a degree, as there is just a smoky haze that is coming from Blood Mountain at all times. Traveling, you can see specks of what looks like skeletons just lying on the ground, as if a great battle was fought here once, and the warriors are still just lying there.
I bet they wouldn't be lying there if we were down on the ground.
We have no idea what we're walking into.
Nope.
Flying into.
Yeah, at least you're flying into it, right?
Yeah, walking across that
yeah, no
would not be a
thanks.
fun time.
Okay. The sky, as you get closer to the city of Ash, is reddish, right? And you see that Blood Mountain is called that not only because of the molten red magma, orange red magma that flows down it seemingly at all times, but the sky looks like it's turned to blood, right? And you're probably about 10 minutes out from the city of Ash. Who's driving?
Me.
Okay. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
My thing that I can do an intelligence saving throw once a day. Do I have to decide that before or after I roll?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good question. I think we worded something in there about that.
Yes,
did we
Tim,
not?
our
Let's
creator
have a
of
look.
the class.
What did we say about that? What was this called?
Adaptive
Adaptive
strategy.
How long is the flight?
The flight from where you were,
Yeah.
it would be
Ooh, it just says you can choose to make an intelligence saving throw instead of
about
the requested
7.5
ability.
hours.
It doesn't.
Okay,
it
I'd
didn't word
meditate.
that you can choose. to
It
do
doesn't get me
after.
anything back except for my ability
must
to
be
cast
in
Pass
it
Without
before
Trace.
or
I think,
But
after?
I think it's probably in advance.
Let me describe what's happening.
Okay.
Okay, just for fairness purposes, since you are wondering about that. So you're 10 minutes out from the city of Ash, when suddenly you look at the ground, and skittering across the ground are bones.
Okay.
Not
Just like loose
bones, and they all
Forming.
conglomerate into what becomes a giant hand that
That's
reaches
reaching?
into the air and grasps at your
Okay.
ship.
I am going to use an intelligence saving throw on this
Okay.
one because
Alright.
my intelligence saving throw is much better. Okay, 19.
19. You dodge it.
Good.
Okay?
but it's still coming.
But yes.
how high can it climb?
Well, it seems to climb quite high, but if you go too high, you end up in the ashen clouds.
Yikes.
So,
Yeah.
How fast does it move?
Can we see any of this city of Ash? Like, is there?
you're 10 minutes out. You can see it. It looks like a necropolis, like an ancient city, but it's dark. There's not a single light burning in it. The walls have like reddish and teal stains all over them.
Can I shoot at this hand thing that I just...
You can.
But
yes.
do we want to? We
Or
don't
do
want
you
to
want to
come
get
in
away
and
Yeah, it's
war.
up to you.
Is
Make
there
your
like
decision.
is there
I'm
like a
trying to
building
remember-
that looks like it could be like Lich Palace? in
There
the
is.
city?
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
there is what looks like a large castle, and so the city of Ash is nestled at the bottom of Blood Mountain,
Yeah.
and the castle is built into the mountain itself.
Beautiful.
It looks like our spot.
My question for whether or not I'm going to shoot this thing. Initially, I am going to try to just escape it.
Okay.
But if it is going to continue pursuit of me, I would shoot it.
'Kay.
So if I can get away, I get away. If I can't, I shoot.
What happens is when you dodge and it misses you, it literally crumbles and falls apart into this wave of bones.
Okay.
And
awesome.
that's when you see another one ahead of you begin to grow again.
I'd like to shoot at that one before I get to it.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to hit. You're using your dex modifier.
Is there any as she's doing that? Is there any megaphone option?
Megaphone.
No, like announcement.
Well,
You're not driving a Telcretic space police vehicle.
Yeah.
pull over.
What'd you get?
8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
The hand of bone, literally bone, you can see the skulls of all sorts of races and creatures in this thing, reaches out and it crashes, it swats the pod. Okay?
Okay.
It does. Let me roll my dice here. Okay. It does. Ooh, let's see. 12, 17, 19, 22 damage to your pod.
Okay.
And I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I can do that. And it has to be dexterity this time because I used that up already. Ooh, nice.
Great.
24.
Okay. All right. You maintain control of the vehicle.
Yeah, I
but
do.
it starts, like, the board in it starts to spark.
Uh-oh. Is there anything I can mend? As I look around.
No, it's
How
not
bad is
like
the
that
damage?
kind of thing. It's lights start blinking red, alarms start blaring, and
Okay.
there's also like a trail of smoke coming out of an exhaust port you didn't realize opened up when you drive this thing.
I'm
'Kay.
going to attempt to land somewhere.
You're over the
As
city
close
at this
to
point.
the as close to
Yeah,
the
try to get to
castle.
that castle.
As
Or
possible.
close to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gunning it for the castle.
So you got it
Which
for
I
the
guess I don't
castle.
say that calmly. I say, go as close to the castle as you
Yeah.
can.
Okay. All right. You start flying into the city, and it's at that point that two hands come up like this. You got to give me a dex save.
Okay.
Are we
We're gonna
within
be crushed.
30 feet of the
castle?
Castle.
That's a 12.
That's a 12.
No, that's not even a 12. That's an 11. I'm going to use my heroic inspiration and reroll that.
Ah, yes.
I don't
Excellent.
like how many dice it sounded like you were just shaking.
That's worse.
Oh,
Okay, well,
darn.
you got to take the worst roll. And you take. So it was 22 damage on the pod, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is
We lose more pod
9,
today.
13, 15, 18 more damage. So that is 40 damage? 22 plus
Uh-huh.
18?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the pod begins to sputter and
'Kay.
descend
I'm
as they literally just
Clap.
into the side of you.
I'm getting down on the ground ASAP now.
Okay. All right.
Like, however far from the castle I am still.
The bones collapse into just a tidal wave of bones that you can see them like just skitter out through the streets.
'Kay.
Okay. You land the pod. You manage to get at the footsteps to the castle.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
I use minor illusion to make the message as loud as possible. We come in peace. We just want to talk to the Lich King.
Take us to
Okay,
your
that's
leader.
what you do?
Yes.
Okay, good. Where do you go? Because as you land, skeletons and zombies, you hear that as hundreds of things begin to walk out of dark homes
Do any
I
of
want-
them
and begin to come towards
respond to that message?
No.
Well,
Okay,
up
we're
the
just
steps.
running up
Well,
those
Okay.
steps
you.
too.
So you run up the
This was
steps.
probably a bad choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the
You run up
smartest
the
idea
the
we've ever had.
steps.
Walk up to the Lich King.
Yeah.
Okay, and you get the doors to the thing are just slightly ajar. You can pry them open. No, it's as if nobody's lived here in ages.
Yeah.
So you pull open the doors. You run inside.
Close the door behind us.
Close the door behind you.
And
Uh,
if we can find anything to...
yeah, there's a bar. You can like bolt it shut,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just hear everything clamoring, and then you hear like skittering up the doors from the outside.
Can we also
Let's
cast
get
Pass
deeper.
Without a Trace now? And just try to...
It might. I don't know if it'll
lose
do
it.
It's not
anything.
gonna
In the
do
heat of the
I was
moment, I
just-
think we're just running.
'Kay.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
run down.
Run deeper into the building.
Okay, so it's a huge hallway, and there's other like a grand entryway, and there's a big staircase up into what looks like a large chamber beyond, and there are plenty of other hallways that go off. A large balcony surrounding everything, and connects with the stairs, right, that go up into this large doorway that goes beyond. And where do you go?
I'm sorry, I was not
Best
listening
guess
to that
as to where
description,
some sort
so-
of like central chamber is. So
It would
carry
be
on.
through the big doorway.
Yeah,
Okay.
carry
Yeah.
on.
So you run up the stairs, and as you're running up the stairs, some skeletons come running out of that. And there's 3 of them. They begin attacking you. You may roll for initiative.
Okay.
I don't want to.
10.
Why did I roll 2 dice?
I'm going to roll Georgie
Sorry,
as well.
Let me retry that.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
pretty good.
okay. 21.
20 for me.
10 for me
I
and
beat you on
You did.
initiative?
Yeah.
12 for Georgie.
Okay. You all go before the skeletons.
Sweet.
Oh, good.
Yeah. They rolled a 7 plus
Sweet.
their dex, which isn't too bad, but Georgie
Okay.
beat them too. So who was first?
Me.
21. Okay, go ahead.
Yay.
There's 3 of them.
How close are they to us?
They're within 30 feet.
Okay. I use. Actually, I don't know if minor illusion will make a difference at this point.
Yeah, just blast them.
Well, I don't want to hurt them. That's
They're
the,
just bones.
that's the thing.
make
Yelling
a good
doesn't take an
impression on
action, right? I can just
No, you can yell.
I'm like, Lich King, if you're in here, I promise we come in peace. We just need to talk to you. Meanwhile, I don't want to do any. Can I hold an action?
You could hold an action, yes.
Yeah.
If one comes directly at me, then I will.
Like, attack it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do I have to say what kind of attack?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta set. Well, I guess you set your trigger, but you gotta just pick your.
Yeah. I guess if it comes at me, then I'll go at it with my short sword.
Okay.
With
Your
your plus-
magical short
your
sword
plus
that you've
3
got.
one.
Your +3.
Oh no, you took a bow, didn't you?
I took a
Oh, you
magical
took a
bow,
bow.
yeah.
Okay. All right, Draven. I think you were next, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
I don't think we have time for peace, Mara. And I'm gonna run towards one with my scimitars out.
Okay. All right.
So first hit with the fancy new magical scimitar. Oof. Well, it's still a 19.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. That is 12 damage.
12 damage. So you shatter it to pieces.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Next one, just my nick attack with my second scimitar, which is a miss. I'm assuming because that's 10.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah.
It bounces off of its armor.
Georgie's going to use his new Aquium Blaster because he got upgraded.
Don't you go before Georgie? What'd
No,
you get?
Georgie got a 12. I got a 10.
Oh, you need to roll again.
Oh.
Gasp.
6.
How did they do it at the thing we are? Whoever had the higher dex went.
Usually that's
first?
how I do tiebreakers. Is
Oh.
if you have the same number, whoever has the higher dex
What's your
modifier.
dex? I like
My
that
dex
better.
Yeah.
modifier is 3.
Okay, we have to roll again.
Yeah, and then you would roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you got 12?
My roll off was no, I rolled a 3,
Oh,
and then
okay.
if you add my dex,
So
side,
they
it's
will
6.
go before you. But
Okay.
okay, Georgie goes.
Okay, so yeah, George is gonna Aequian Blast. Or
Okay.
no, yeah, Aequian Blaster.
Yep.
From a distance, from 30 feet away, and that is 14.
That hits.
Oh, yay, good. And then he's going to do d6 plus 3 damage. 9 damage.
9 damage. So he blows off one of its legs, but it continues to crawl on the ground with its hands.
Okay.
Okay. And now it's their turn.
Yes.
So, Mara, one does come directly towards you.
Okay.
Well, actually,
That would trigger your
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
yep.
And I just roll as if I were
Yep.
to do that.
And then add your
Which would be a 14 to hit.
that hits.
Sweet. And then 86. Which one do I want to use?
Oh, so many.
You have so many.
Yeah. 6 damage. to
6
it.
damage. All right. So you cleave into it, like literally chopping off portions of its ribs, but it continues to fight. It takes a swing at you, and it gets a 21 to hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Oh
hits.
boy.
And it does 8 damage to you, slashing
Freaking
into you.
rude.
Okay, and now you, Cass.
Mm-hmm.
I guess one was beside you, Draven, so you would get
Yeah.
an opportunity attack at the one that's crawling across the floor.
Sure. That would be a 22.
22, because you did 9 damage.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, roll to hit.
10. Damage.
10 damage. So you just crush its skull, and it stops moving. Okay. Okay. At this time, you hear the clunk clunk of more bones rattling, and coming up the stairs from behind is the skeleton of a minotaur.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. So we are now on your turn.
Yeah. I'll go at the dude with my rapier and then hopefully slash and run, but let's see how this goes.
Ooh, yeah.
Which one are you
20-something
going
hits.
for, the minotaur or the one that's attacking Mara?
The little one attacking Mara.
Okay. What was it?
20 something
That hits.
hits, and then 1d8 plus 6. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Then-
she had done 6, so that destroys it.
Sweet.
Okay.
And
I'm
let's
gonna get out of here.
go.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Run
you guys
deeper.
go running into the next chamber. Okay. In the next chamber is a long hallway, like a long vaulted hallway. It's got a balcony running with doors off to other sides, and on the bottom there are other doors going off into what looks like a maze almost, this place. Like, how many chambers and hallways can it have? But one large one still going straight back into Blood Mountain. You had a question?
How does the find familiar thing work? It says it works independently of me, but does it obeys my commands?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if
I think
I-
it takes time to summon a familiar,
Yes.
doesn't it? So you'd have to do that probably before combat.
But
Yeah.
I have the ability to once per long rest immediately do a ritual.
That's true.
That's right, you do.
With your ritual
So
deal.
you could get a familiar,
Yeah.
and then the familiar can attack, I believe.
Yeah, but I don't want it to attack. I
scout
want
ahead?
to tell it, to
Yeah.
go.
Ah, okay. Well, it is top of the round,
Okay.
so it is your turn. So what do
Okay.
you do?
How close is the Minotaur to us?
The Minotaur? So it was behind you guys coming up the stairs. It would have been about 10 feet away from you. You've all moved, like, you all wanted to run into the next section. We dropped out of initiative for a moment. So it's probably maybe 20 feet behind you, actually.
Can
What's
we?
its speed?
Is,
No,
are there
close.
doors?
no, it's 10 feet behind you.
Are there doors to close them
There
out?
would be doors that you could close.
Is that
yes.
an action or an interaction?
That would be, if you want to close them and bar them, that's an action.
I care more about my owl. Yeah, I'm gonna make it an owl, my familiar, and I'm gonna tell it to go fly,
Okay.
to go see if you can find the Lich King. He can go within 100 feet of me and still communicate with me telepathically.
Okay. All right.
So
So what do you tell the owl?
that go see if you can find the Lich King or a skeleton that's, I don't know, looks like a king.
Okay.
I don't know.
And what do you tell it to like communicate in some way or?
Well, let me know if you
And
find
they
it.
can
I still don't
telepathically.
really
She
know
can
how
stay
this
in
thing
contact
works.
with it.
What?
They communicate telepathically, so she can stay in contact
Okay.
with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, let me know if you find it. I can also,
Okay.
as a bonus action, see and hear through their eyes and ears, until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So I don't know if I want to do that quite yet. But if he
Okay.
communicates with me,
So
that
it takes its
there,
turn immediately after yours, right?
I have no clue.
We'll say for now it does. What's its fly
Probably
speed?
says it somewhere.
It's an owl, right?
It rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn.
Okay.
So,
So,
I roll that right now.
Yep.
It's an
And owls have-
it's last.
Okay.
That's a 1.
Okay. And it has a dex of +1, so it has a dex of 2. It has a fly speed of 60 feet, which
Okay.
means it could dash to go 120.
Cool.
So,
I can
Okay.
only communicate within 100 feet.
it
But that
can
doesn't
always
mean
come
that
back, yeah.
that doesn't mean that it ends at 100 feet,
No,
right?
no,
It
no.
can keep
Yeah,
going.
it
and
can
then
keep
come
going.
back.
It would just have to
Yes.
get closer to you to talk
Yes.
telepathically.
Draven, it's your turn.
Okay.
Wait, I can also bonus action though, right?
Yes.
I'll do a little thing at the Minotaur that's coming at us.
Okay. All right. Produce flame. Go ahead. Roll.
I just want to see if that's my only bonus. It is still my only bonus. Okay.
Or
And remember to
bardic
add your 3
inspiration.
for your thing.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Well, that's a 14 plus.
That hits.
Oh, good. Cool. 2d8. Oh. Plus 3, so
Plus
7.
7 damage. Okay, so you hit it with 7 damage. You hit a part of it, the bones scorching and smoldering. It continues its advance. Draven, your turn.
Is there another door ahead of us coming up?
At the end of this long hallway, yes, but this hallway is probably a good 100 feet.
There's one currently between us and the Minotaur.
Yes.
If we close and bar that.
Oh, sure. Okay. I'll just close that then.
Okay, all right, you close it and you bar it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
And we continue running.
Yeah, just
And you
keep
guys
running
continue
ahead.
running. So you get near the end of the chamber, and you can see that at the end of this chamber, there's the massive wall with the door at the end, and then there's large hallways on the sides of this chamber, right? The balcony runs, and then they veer off and turn down, and they would go this way, down other halls, and that's when you hear the thunder and crash of bones. And what comes up and stands in front of all of you is the massive bones of a dragon.
Dragon bones.
Yes. It is specifically what looks to be a red dragon. And magically, in its ribcage, you see as fire begins to produce, and it rears up on itself.
We're dead.
And at that moment,
Is this the god, though, from the poem?
it
Could be.
pauses.
Could be.
At that moment, it pauses. And the light snuffs out. And it stares at all of you. And then lumbers away back down the hall, silently.
What?
Yeah?
kind of unrelated. Do I sense any other crystals anywhere around me?
Okay.
None at all.
Yeah.
You coward! No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm not.
okay.
Definitely not doing
Turns
that.
around.
Can you take us to the Lich King?
It doesn't pay any attention to you. It just lumbers down the hall.
Do we
It clearly sees us as not a. Right.
follow it?
My
or-
familiar. Are we still in initiative order right now?
Nope, you are out
Can
of
I?
initiative
Can
order.
I? Is it close enough for me to see through its eyes right now?
Yes.
What does it? What's it
So
seeing?
it's gone into the next chamber. And in that chamber, you can see a vast... What's the dark vision on that thing? Your owl has senses dark vision 120 feet. Sweet.
Yeah,
So
I figured owl
in
was
this-
probably my best
Yeah,
choice for
that's
that.
good.
Good
call.
choice.
Good call.
You see this massive chamber, and up on a platform where chiseled in is a large, it looks like a gaping skull, and in the skull's mouth is a throne, and sitting on the throne is a skeletal figure.
Oh, nice.
And it's in the next room.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
on into
Can
that
I
room.
speak through this thing?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's
No.
not something I
Okay.
remember seeing.
I think that. Does it look angry? Does it have?
Looks
Can
like
I
it
read
has
its
no
facial
expression?
expressions.
It's
It's just sitting
bones.
there.
I feel good enough about that dragon not attacking us that we can go in.
Yeah, let's go in.
Yep.
Let's go in.
Let's go.
Okay. So you enter into this stone cold, silent chamber.
And I immediately bow.
Okay.
That's probably smart. I like.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So two of you bow.
I'm not bowing.
This raspy, gravelly voice echoes across the chamber and says, "Who dares enter my domain?"
I'll pull out the Van Manuris card. I like. Oh my
We're
god.
like famous. Okay.
You don't know?
No,
How
I
dare you?
I just look up and I'm like, Sir or Mr.
Sir.
Mr. King.
Your royal boniness.
My name is Amarwell Van Manuris, from the royal family of Stelanopus, and we have come because we need
I don't think that was the right card to pull, but
your help. It might not have been the right card. Actually,
alright.
Stelanopus
Let's see what he
is
thinks.
attacking.
The
Yeah.
Lich King responds with, "The Van Manuris, the ones, the paladins, the fighters and killers of the dead alike."
Not the right card to pull.
that was yeah.
I forgot that they had a bad relationship.
What foolish trickery is this? Why?
I-
What would three mortals have in the city of Ash?
I will step in front of Mara and bow a little bit deeper. Your Highness, we have reason to believe you might hold the answer to accessing a castle in the sky.
Okay, at that,
Mhm.
he seems to straighten a little. And what causes you to believe that?
We saw your image on a mural. Were you here when the spell was cast?
There is what sounds like a deep breath. You don't know where that comes from, seeing as he is bones. But he says, "And the castle is visible now?"
It is, yes.
Elaborate.
I am going to just explain to him a lot of everything. Like that we have been searching for it. We found the mural. We found the castle. I'm going to talk about trying to get through the barrier and we couldn't, and the key situation.
Tell him about Frogast.
I'll tell him about
Yeah.
Frogast.
I'd jump in there too.
Definitely
just to
that.
make
Yeah.
sure he knows about Frogast and
Okay.
his deal.
All right.
And I'm going to tell him about Akratox as well, actually. And that because there's somebody else seeking the castle to destroy everything, most likely, it's urgent that we get to it before him.
He stands up silently, and he begins to walk down the long staircase.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Down. As he approaches, you see he's dressed in a dark red robe,
This dude could probably
Right?
power word kill us.
Oh yeah.
and he reaches the bottom, and he says, "Come with me. We have much to discuss."
Okay.
Okay.
And he turns and he silently begins walking just down and out one of the corridors that
I
branches
guess we
off from this building.
follow.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
follow behind.
Okay. All right. So he says, "The castle is not supposed to reveal itself. It's interesting that you come to me about this, and very concerning.
Can you elaborate? Why?
Yes. I can elaborate, he says, as if remembering something from long past.
Oh.
But at that moment, he trips on something.
What?
And he literally just into the ground. Right? And he stands back up. And he looks down and he's like, Mortimer! And he reaches out and he picks up
A bone.
a turtle.
A turtle. A turtle?
A living turtle.
A living
He's
a
like,
living turtle.
How many times have I told you not to come in here? And he puts it in one of his robe pockets. He says, Draven.
Have we given him our names, or
No.
does he just... Okay.
He
Ah,
says,
You gave him your name.
I did.
Yes. He says, Draven, perhaps there's someone you need to meet. And he points down a hallway,
Your sisters.
and a ghost comes floating down it. It's Ayla.
Ayla.
So she's, Draven! Draven, you're here!
Is she visible right now?
Yes, she's
Yeah.
visible to everyone.
You're here. I can't tell you how many nights I've thought about ringing that bell just to see, but I couldn't bear to take it if you didn't appear.
She says, it was horrible, that dwarven individual, he trapped me, and I went, and I was forced to kill people, and anyway, the Lich King, he freed me.
Why would he do that?
There's a lot you need to talk to him about. In fact, when I saw you all coming, I heard your companion. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
Mara.
Mara. I heard her shout that you came in peace, and I recognized the voice. I told the Lich King. He called off his minions. To which the Lich King is like, yes, yes, I did. She's like, he's been saving souls that have been attacked by Vortar. And she points down a hallway, and you can see there are many spirits just kind of floating around. And he's like, some sort of dark sorcery has been taking control of spirits. I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, we're not either.
I'm sorry. I've misjudged you.
It's all right. Follow me, he says, and he begins to take you down the hall, and you notice at the very end of the hall is sunlight. Okay? And he takes you down and out, and it opens up into a veil. A bright, shining, lush green veil. And the Lich King pulls the turtle out of his pocket and he puts it down in a pond. And he's like, you stay there this time.
Yeah, Mortimer.
He's like, welcome to the Vale.
Where are we?
You're in the middle of the Deadlands. And, well, it's, have a seat. And he like gets you to sit down on a log.
Is this real or is this magic?
Oh, this is very real. Very, very real. My name is Arcaris.
We know that name.
We have heard that name in the writings that we found in the library.
Mm-hmm. A letter from Gerdel Swade
To Arcaris.
to Arcaris.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you have many questions.
So many that I can't even think of where to start.
He looks at the two of you after she says that.
Maybe it would just be best if you tell us the story of the castle in your own experience, I guess.
Is Mortimer still there? Can I stroke his shell?
You can stroke his shell.
I'm gonna stroke his shell.
I also like
Snapping turtle.
like just out of curiosity want to look through my familiar's eyes once more.
Yep.
Because
And
I
see-
imagine he's been kind of following.
Yep,
But
yep.
now I just
You see that it's the veil. It is the veil. So the veil is real. Is that what you're looking for, or like? You're
No, I just
flying
wanted to know
around?
what it looks like from above.
Oh,
like,
from above.
How big
It's
is it?
a
How
veil
pretty is
that
it?
so if he flies up too high, you can see you end up in the barren Deadlands.
Mm.
But there is basically a ravine in the Deadlands and a slit of light in the sky that lends light to it. And there's a stream that runs through it, a little pond at one end, lush trees. It's as if you're essentially in Emralia, right? Like it's that
Yeah.
lush, but it's right in the middle of the Deadlands.
Huh.
So the Lich King looks at all of you and says, "The Deadlands are more of a farce than anything. They're here to protect the Vale. The Vale is the only entrance to that castle."
Oh. You get in through here.
Yes. It is my duty to protect it.
But it's
Okay.
down here, and the castle's all the way in Najkat right now.
Indeed, there is a portal.
Oh.
There is a portal that you can travel that will take you directly inside the barrier of the castle. And what is the castle?
Yeah, yes.
The castle belonged to an empire that has long since passed away.
Telecrats.
Yes, you're aware of them.
A little bit.
We found out a very little amount in our
Yeah.
research.
Research. Where did you find out about them?
The library.
Yes, the Deep Library. How is it?
Unfortunately, no longer standing.
That is a grave sorrow. I always wanted to get back there. In fact, I was supposed to protect that as well, but let me start from the top. The Telecrat Empire was a very powerful empire ruled by a king. I've long forgotten his name. But the king had a friend he had a high sorcerer who was a good friend of mine. Gerdel Swade was his name. This king got involved with something, some sort of entity. It promised him power, it promised him prestige. And
Is it icy?
what?
An icy entity?
No. This Frogast character you tell me about, I've never heard of him before.
Okay.
But well, perhaps I have. There's an ancient writing from the orcs.
Right.
I was not there to witness it, but I did get the dragon bones, he says.
There's our
I was
answer.
right. I was like,
Yeah.
I think this is that god.
Yeah.
Now, this entity eventually overcame the king and his army and tried to let itself in. Gerdel Swade, recognizing the danger of this, and having no other option that he was aware of to stop it, this thing threatened to consume the world. He cast a spell, a great spell, using a crystal of magnificent power. This spell locked away our world. It erased the memory and all evidence of the Telecrat Empire and the outside world. To everyone but one. And he says, he points to himself. My job was to bring when everyone who was infected had passed away, to lead everyone back into the real world, to unlock the gates, you could say. What we didn't anticipate is once that spell was cast, it would disrupt every magical spell within its vicinity, including my hold over every single one of my minions. They ran rampant. By the time I gained control of them again, the damage was done, and I was considered an enemy of all. I have since been essentially trapped in the Deadlands, protecting the Vale.
Wow. Wow.
So this infection,
Mm-hmm.
not a disease infection then? It's the, like, ideology?
No, it started off as the king gave it to all of his army, and it enhanced their strength and their power and the way that they could do everything. They became superhuman, you might say. But then they began to change. They began to become less than human and to become monsters. And as they did, they lost themselves, they lost control of themselves, until eventually the king himself lost control of himself. They started a ritual to bring this entity in. We didn't know what to do. We couldn't fight them, there was too many of them, they were too strong. And we knew that because he had only given it to his army, the vicinity wasn't too great, so Gurdel cast the spell that locked away everything within he gives a random number radius. The radius of the dome, the halting, right?
Yeah.
And that was the best we could do. I put a lot of thought into it, though. Perhaps, if one could get up to that castle, you could drop the dome, and there's nothing to worry about anymore. Anyone who was infected would have passed away.
Do you know what this is, Draven?
I'll take out the purple vial.
To which he like shocks back, and if he had eyes, you could imagine they would go wide. To which he's like, give that to me right now. Like, it is not safe for you to handle it.
I trust him. I'm
Okay.
gonna give it to him.
You give it to him. He pockets it. To which he says, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
You're telling
I'm
me there's still some of that out there?
so glad I didn't know that.
Found it in a shop.
A shop?
Yep.
It was found as an artifact fallen from that city in the sky.
Oh, the forgetfulness of mortals, he says. That is what he would give to his men. They would eventually turn into these creatures, these monstrosities.
What did these monstrosities look like?
Yeah.
Tentacles, eyes. Rather hard to describe.
Is there
I'll
a
start
way
describing
for-
one.
Yeah.
To which he's like, it's still happening.
Yeah, is there a way for this to happen without this?
He puts his finger to his skull. He's like, how long has this been happening ever since? Did Gurdel fail?
This has been happening since
Since
Akratox came through.
You say he came from outside.
Mhm.
Then he must have damaged the spell. And something must be done. If he's damaged the spell, then this creature can come back. And if it can come back, we're all in trouble.
How can we stop it?
I've put a lot of thought into this. The crystal in the castle.
Yeah.
Perhaps it can not only be used to shut down the halting, but I think it could be used to repel the creature. We knew it could put it into stasis, but think of it like... how do I describe this? A stone when sitting flat can hold something in place. These crystals, when they're inactive and inert, they hold things in place. They keep reality solidified. But if you were to roll the stone and connect it with something, it would move a thing, right? If you could activate the crystal in such a way to use its power to push out the entity, perhaps we could seal it away again, and then destroy the crystal forever.
Okay.
You must stop it. I've thought many times of going through that portal myself, but nothing would be here to protect the veil.
Yeah.
This veil is precious to me. I cannot lose it.
Of course.
And he points over to a cave. And just in the cave, you see what looks like bats. It's like in those creatures lies the remnants of the Telecret Empire. Perhaps we could save them. If the time was right and the science was right.
Bring them back.
Perhaps. Also, this veil is very precious to me personally. I can open the portal, but you have to go through.
Of course.
And I will be closing it. I can't risk anything coming back.
How do
Okay.
we get out of the kingdom?
If you shut down the halting, you will also shut down its powers. And apparently you've already learned how to use some of their technology. You'll be able to get out.
Okay.
And what about sealing this entity away? I mean, I don't know the first thing about magic.
Is he outside of the halting, or he is locked away
He's locked away
with?
in a space between spaces.
Okay.
He's not of this world. And not of... When I say this world, I mean the entirety of it, not just the globe that we are in.
Okay. Before we came here,
Mm-hmm.
we were sent on a mission to save Crystal, and I explained Crystal to him.
Okay.
Is there anything your minions could do to help her?
What is she? He says.
Do you
We'll
know
explain about incarnate.
of incarnates?
I've never heard of one before.
I'll pass him my book about incarnates.
That's what she
and
grabs.
just say a little bit of reading material for you.
Akratox is one as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And they have eternity crystals in them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Wow.
Some combination of the Eternity Crystal and a destructive event merges and creates a being that
Oh.
embodies something.
Essence of something.
Sounds like a worse way to go than how I did, he says. Well, that's interesting. You tell me this Frogast character took her?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just spitballing here, but if your Akratox fellow used one to get in, perhaps your god character thinks he might be able to get one to get out. You said she has one inside her, does she not?
Yeah.
She does. It's
Oh.
quite small. But
Shoot. It is quite small.
Is he gathering?
maybe
Is
he's-
that why we can't get a hold of Akratox?
You think Akratox got picked up as well?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But Frogast knows him from their fight
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and would know that he has.
That's true.
Maybe he's going to use crystal to find Akratox.
You wonder how to destroy the crystal?
Yeah.
That castle has great destructive power in it. I don't completely understand it. I've always been more of a magic user. Science was never my forte. But you could use the power in it to destroy it. Use it carefully, though.
Okay.
Like a suicide mission?
No.
I-
But it might be worth destroying the city itself. I'll leave that in your hands.
Okay.
You may rest here for a bit, should you desire. When you are ready, I will open the portal.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty ready now.
Shall we?
Well, actually, I guess I did
But-
use some stuff.
Before
I rested.
we do, I wouldn't mind some time with my sister. Just
Absolutely.
Take your time. Enjoy the Vale. The water is clean. You can drink it.
also,
Can we help Crystal?
also Arcaris, Akratox is gonna come here.
Here?
If he figures it out.
I just have a feeling that he's gonna find out somehow, and when he does, he'll come here.
I'll be waiting for you. I
Right.
have a dragon.
Yes,
You can't
he's
let him
quite
succeed.
powerful.
Noted.
Most powerful being I've ever seen, apart from Frogast, I suppose.
Hmm.
They're very equally matched when they
Mm-hmm.
dueled.
Well, that is terrifying. I have an army. I can send a portion to try and help your friend. But I must keep the majority of it here in case this Akratox shows up.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're about to see a place I haven't seen in age.
How long has it been?
I can't remember.
Too long to count.
And
Oh my goodness.
he will lead you into the Vale. He stops every once in a while and, like, pets a rabbit. He knows all of these things by name, right?
Aw.
And to which he says, "You must all wonder what, how a lich who feeds souls to his phylactery, has to do with a veil of the living." And he's just making small talk as you go, and he said,
The thought has crossed my mind.
yeah,
Yes.
yes. Well, this veil is my phylactery, and I don't feed souls to it. It's the interplay of the life and death that happens here that gives it the energy to keep me going.
Clearly, you're a respecter of death and life.
Indeed. Indeed. Death is a thing that all people must pass, but I must say that I feared it greatly. But from that fear came a great respect for those who were willing to do it. Ah, here we are, he says, as you approach a clearing in the trees. And there is a giant portal in the ground. He says, now, the portal fell down some time ago. It's supposed to be standing vertical. So when you go through it, just fall into it so you exit the other side appropriately.
Going into the Stargate.
Okay.
Before we go, can I
Oh yes,
spend some time
some
with-
time.
yeah.
He says, "We're here. Take some time. There's an apple tree over there. If any of you are hungry."
I'll apologize to both of you. I know you're probably quite eager to get
No,
there, but I
this-
need
You
just
need to see your sister.
just need to clarify a few things with her.
I wouldn't mind spending a night here.
The
Do
night-
it.
The night's
Seems
really
like a great place
He's
to
like-
meditate.
All right, I'll meet you all in the morning. He turns and he leaves. He conjures up a tent for you guys before he leaves, and he says he'll be back in the morning.
Perfect.
Okay. And yeah.
What would I know about Lich and
What would you know about liches?
yeah? Because
So-
I don't.
Yes.
But
So
would Mara know anything
for,
that you
for
can
your
tell me?
knowledge, for your knowledge and your character's knowledge, a
Yeah.
lich is an individual who decides to overcome death by living in a perpetual state of undeath. And unlike an undead, where they lose all semblance of themselves, they remain. But what a lich does is they basically are like Sauron or Voldemort. They put a piece of their soul in their phylactery, and they cannot die until their phylactery is destroyed.
Oh, so that's what he was saying, that
Mhm.
veil is very important to him.
And
Yes,
so
it is.
often it'll be something like a ring or a small tube or an amulet, and a lich will keep it just locked away behind trap after trap and undead after undead, because if you destroy the lich, after a certain amount of time they just come back together because they can't die. And even if you destroy their phylactery and you don't destroy the lich, they can make a new one. But liches have to feed souls to their phylactery or they begin to degrade. So they will take a spirit and it will be utterly annihilated as if it never existed. It will cease to exist to power the phylactery, which is why they're inherently always evil. But Arcaris circumvented that through other means. So,
Gotcha.
yes, the only lich anyone has ever known to do it. Because I made it up.
I love that.
But yes.
That's cool, and it does make a lot of the things you've just said make sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Because I'm like, are these all like deep hints that I need to be figuring out, or no? Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
there you go. Okay, so, Draven, Ayla.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like, we don't have to necessarily RP all this, but like, she, I'll tell her everything that we discovered, and we'll spend some time going through the Shadow Delve family history, and I'll tell her about Vortar and what he did and why, and I'll eventually confess that I didn't kill him.
Okay.
I'm not really sure why. It just didn't feel right. He was so... I just felt bad.
To which she pauses, thinking for a moment, and she looks you dead in the eyes. She says, "I'm proud of you."
Draven will probably start crying.
Yeah. To which
I wish I could hug you.
she's like, I could move on. You've kept your promise. And then she sighs, and she looks over at the veil, and she's like, I think I'll stay here for a while, though.
Just don't leave without seeing me again.
I won't.
But I think you could now, knowing what we know. And I'd be alright with it.
After you've taken down that castle.
Alright, deal.
Okay. Alright, and the evening passes quite peacefully. Oh, look at that. Don't say I didn't ever do anything for you guys.
I want to just as a fun thing, learn all of their names like Arcaris.
Oh yeah.
I cast the speak with animals,
Oh
and
yeah, you could.
and I become friends with each of the animals.
They're happy to talk to you. They're a great time. Some of them are like, we've never spoken to another person before. Like, so that's what a living creature looks like. A living human,
yeah.
right?
Speak and talk and squeak and squawk with the animals. Like Dr. Dolittle.
And so it's a beautiful, peaceful thing. Even at night when the sun has set, the clouds don't dissipate and you can see the stars above, right? And you realize that the Lich King has essentially cultivated this veil for who knows how long, right? He doesn't even remember. But that there's obviously it's not, he doesn't just protect it because it's his phylactery, but he protects it because he legitimately cares for it, right? So, anyways. And the night passes fine. You all have sweet dreams, unless there's something you want to say.
No,
You're
I'm
good.
just really enjoying
Yeah.
being here. This is a breath of fresh
It is.
air,
This is like-
literally.
Literally.
Just such a positive, bright, nice place to be.
Yeah, I knew that everything was a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I have been sitting on that since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Day one. And I'll show you why.
Oh.
Let me pull the chonky D20 away. I painted a figure today. You all take a look at it.
Is this the Lich King?
It's Arcaris.
It's Arcaris.
Oh, wow. He's got a bunny rabbit beside him.
Turn him around.
And a turtle.
It's Mortimer.
That's awesome.
So if you don't mind putting him down near the portal there, once everyone's had a chance to
Yeah,
take a look there.
Wow.
Ooh, I like the book.
Yeah. Yeah. Painted that up today. I didn't do a great job because I only had a very short amount of time.
I like him.
He looks so good.
So yes, set him down on the edge in the grass. So we are back. We have set up our initiative. I actually already had everyone roll initiative off screen, so they're aware that a combat is coming,
Yes.
but they don't know what.
No.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to
So-
be an empty kingdom that we're going to.
What was that?
Isn't it supposed to be like an empty?
Well,
It might not be in the kingdom. It might be before.
what happens is Arcaris meets all of you in the morning. He basically just expresses his gratitude for you coming and tells you, please go take down that crystal. Stop the monster from coming. Everyone's life depends on it. And if you do this, you're going to free your friend as well. Think, if your other character wants to, if that Frogas guy wants to get out, if you take down the halting, he has no business hurting her.
You're right.
That's
Right.
true.
Okay. And so what he does is he places his hands against the portal and he begins essentially pouring magical energy into it. And you watch as the portal becomes a silvery, almost like liquid mercury, shimmering. And it begins to hum and whine. To which he says, once you pass through, he starts to shout over the whine, I will close the portal and it's a one-way trip. I will not be able to activate it again. I cannot turn it off, right?
Okay.
And the whine begins to happen. You guys begin to take steps forward when at that point something comes through the other side.
Oh.
Okay.
Gore.
Yes. So it starts with a large, spindly hooked hand comes out of the portal. And it's like a
Yeah.
navy blue,
Yeah.
purple, sinewy thing, right? And then another hand comes out after it, and then more hands come out after it, and then this creature with eyes and tentacles and slime all over it pours itself out of the portal and slithers down the steps
That's
towards
too
you.
big.
And-
Okay.
Not a fan.
We're all in initiative.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's already this close to us.
He just slithers out. Yes, you
that
want to know
quickly
why?
though?
He's first in the initiative order.
Ah!
Yep.
I rolled a 21.
Yep. He got a 23.
Roll
Ah!
So he slithers out to which you hear the Lich King like screaming. He's like, I can't shut it down. You have to get through yourselves, right?
Yeah.
And
we have to kill this before we go through, because we can't just leave this here to destroy the veil.
so it attacks. Okay, so it rakes at you, Pen first with
Yeah.
one of its attacks.
Must
It
have
got a
reach.
21 to hit.
That'll hit me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, oh my gosh. Let me grab my dice here because I need to roll a few things. Sorry, I should have looked at this before. It rakes at you with its hand, and it does 11, 16, 19, 24 damage to
Holy
you.
crow,
my
that hurts.
Goodness
hurt
gracious.
a lot.
Yes,
That
as
hurt
it
a lot.
smashes into you, and as it hits, it just leaves a slathering of slime against you.
Oh my god.
It now makes a strike at Draven.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, getting a natural 1.
Ah.
And its last hand grabs at Mara, getting a 12.
Oh.
He doesn't hit me.
Oh, okay.
Phew.
It is now Mara's turn.
Okay.
Blast him.
Yeah. Well. Does he look like he has a brain?
I mean, it's
good
got
question.
a head.
I'm gonna try Phantasmal Killer
All right.
on it.
'Kay.
Oh, I hate wisdom saving ones. It's a wisdom saving one.
A wisdom saving throw.
See how wise it
14.
is.
27.
Okay.
Holy camole!
It's very wise.
Okay, he takes half the damage.
Yep.
Okay. I just roll it all and half it.
My die that was rolling terribly.
It's come back.
Oh. Okay,
Oh, is that 2 8s?
that is 2 8s
That's not bad.
plus 5
Ooh.
plus 3, so 3 8s.
So 3
20
8s, that's 24.
4 divided by 2.
12.
Plus 3, 24 plus 3.
No, we did.
Oh, I
plus
added the
three.
That
four.
is-
Oh, you
that's
did your plus
including.
3. Oh,
is
sorry.
it plus 3 in the initial and then half, or
Yes.
is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so 12.
12 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, it takes 12 damage.
And then I also do a little. pew.
Yep, might as well.
Might as well.
Yep.
That flame.
Which is a 19 to hit.
A 19 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits.
Good. Oh, good.
Excellent.
Okay. Which is.
2d8. I think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can never remember.
Wait, what
Which-
kind of damage is your
Phantasmal.
Phantasmal Killer?
Good question. Feels to be
Psychic,
psychic,
I
yeah.
think. Psychic.
It doesn't even flinch.
Okay. Immune to psychic damage.
Well, there's a
Okay.
lesson learned.
Dang,
Alright.
and that was my biggest spell.
Do I do psychic
Okay,
damage?
well.
Oh, that's necrotic.
Oh, that's a good roll.
That's
That's
a
a
good
great
Very
roll.
good
It's
roll.
one
And then
off
you-
a match.
15.
Plus the 3,
Yes.
18.
Yes.
so 18 damage.
18 damage.
Okay, so you hit it with 18.
On a produced
I've
flame.
You
never
did more
produced
damage
flame
with
do that.
Produce Flame than with your
So
Phantasmal
it,
Killer.
it squirms as the fire hits it, and it like bubbles and hisses and pops. It is now Pen's turn.
All right, I'm going to charge at it. Run right in, and also gonna use an Acrum canister if this hits.
Okay.
I should have backed up.
Yeah.
Well, it would have gotten an opportunity attack.
Oh, that's true. Good thing I didn't.
27.
27 hits.
Of course it does. Love it. So, Acrum canister gives me 2d8s, and also my charger gives me a d8. So
You back. Oh, did you jump boots back and then charge?
I
'cause
just
you were
ran
right.
at him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't.
Oh,
I
you
was
were
that's-
off
further
the
away.
that's
side.
Mara.
That's right. You were
Yeah.
further away. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So 4d8 in total. 10, 18.
So you use a canister, and you're hitting it with your rapier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
And remember, it's a +3 rapier, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
18 plus 6 is
18 plus 6 is 24.
yes.
So 24 damage.
So 24 slashing damage. Yes.
Ooh, very nice. Okay.
And then I'm
Um,
going to attack him again.
You slash deep into it, and purple ooze and liquid pours out.
With Vex, because I hit and damaged the creature, I do get to roll advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Critical hit.
Oh,
you
thank
better
goodness.
spend
That's
another
awesome.
acre.
I am spending
Heck
an
yeah.
It's
Acrum
not. It's not a
canister.
bonus action to do that, right? You can just do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just, yeah.
All right.
Because she's expending
Double your
her
dice.
currency there.
4, so 6 in total.
Dang.
Love that. Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
12, 13, 18, 22, plus 7, 29, plus 6,
Oh my goodness.
35.
35 damage.
Here's
That
Holy
damage.
was insane.
That's a
Nice.
big
So
hit.
what you do is you
That's
use your propellant
amazing.
strike, and you literally cut off one of its arms, and it like flops
So
on the ground. And wriggles
Pen
for a
is
bit.
like, you are not gonna get in my
That's
way
what
of
you
seeing
get for
outside this
hurting me.
mail.
Yeah,
Bro.
this place is so too beautiful. Pen's like more motivated than ever.
Draven,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Okay, I'll jump in there and join in the fun.
Okay.
So we'll do just a normal attack here. That would be a 22, which hits, I assume. Which would give me sneak.
Uh-huh.
So that is 4. Yeah. I'm gonna try poisoning it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend one of my sneak attack dice. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Here we go. It only got a 4.
Okay, so it is poisoned for 1 minute.
Ooh, that gives it disadvantage on attacks, right?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. And what did
Yes.
you use to do that?
I can spend one of my sneak attack dice to put a condition on it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Okay. So you,
Okay, so that's 18 plus 8. So that's 26 damage.
26 again, yeah?
Yeah.
Another 26 damage.
And we'll use a Whales from the Grave on it.
Ooh, okay.
So that's another 2d6. Which is 5 additional necrotic.
Oh, all right. So you guys pound on this thing and just,
we do.
you poison it.
Yeah.
It immediately reacts to the poison. And
I
that's
have-
your turn?
I have one more.
You have one more? Okay.
Just my nick attack here.
Ah.
Yep. That's. Sorry, I'm using my normal scimitar. Yeah, that's 20 something.
That hits.
And then this will just be straight damage, so 4.
4 damage. Woof. Woof. By the way, it's bloodied.
Oh, okay.
Good,
Okay.
good.
It is at that point, though,
Can I? No, that won't help. Never mind.
pouring out of the portal come a bunch of little skittering tentacled creatures.
Freaking day.
Lovely.
Now, is this their turn right now, and they're going to
It
move?
is their turn, yes.
Okay,
They're going to
so where do
surround all of you
just want them to
guys.
come back. They can each get behind one of us.
Yep.
Probably.
No, thank
Yep.
you.
So against Mara,
No,
Wow, we're
thank
real
you.
strong.
No,
You think
thank
Arcaris
you.
is going to help us? Or is he too busy
I
to
think he's
concentrate?
he
Holding
gets a
to the
9
portal.
against Mara,
Doesn't work.
a 7 against Draven,
Nice.
and a 19 against Pen.
Why?
course.
Sorry, Ben.
What's your
That
AC?
hits.
16?
16.
You could
It was a
try
what?
to
It
help.
was a what?
19
Oh.
to hit. That's 3. Do you want to?
Have to get at least 4 actually off of that. to
Yeah.
make it-
Oh, and it's a D6.
Is
Yeah.
it a D6? I thought it might
I
be a
think
D8.
it might just be.
If you go to your bardic,
Are you gonna
inspiration
cutting words
section,
it or
it'll
not?
tell you.
And I can do it on both the damage or the.
Yeah, you could just do it on the damage if you want.
I think I'm gonna try. I'll try to cutting
On the
words for
hit?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, on the hit. Here we go.
Nope.
Frick. Nope.
It does not help.
Oh, it doesn't help? Okay.
No.
So, Pen, it grabs at you with these tentacles, and a mouth, like, distends out of its body and takes a chomp.
No, thank you.
And you take 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
She's gonna need some help.
You are
Yeah,
also
Pen, how's your health?
grappled.
Very good.
11.
Pen, you're also grappled.
Okay.
Okay? And it is now the owl's turn.
I think I just want him to stay away for now.
Okay. It is now Georgie's turn.
Yeah, George is gonna keep his distance, like hide in a tree or
Oh,
something.
we don't have our
and
little
just-
Georgie.
Pew pew.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the-
Georgie.
Yeah.
He's right here.
Yeah,
Pew
Get
pew.
Georgie out.
Here's your little Georgie.
put
A
Georgie
little
in a
gazer
tree.
miniature.
Yeah.
Georgie's in a tree.
Oh yeah, let's use the
Yes,
tree.
yeah, use the tree. Now, with
Yeah.
the tree, you can only see out of the diagonals.
Yep.
They're out of line. So if you can see them, because I'm kind of
Yeah.
limited right
Yeah,
now.
it's
Yeah, he's
perfectly
looking
angled
perfect.
right now. so-
Perfect.
So yeah, Georgie's gonna shoot.
Okay.
That's not great. 13
13
at the big guy.
at the big guy.
Yeah.
It bounces harmlessly off of him.
Yep. That would do that.
Okay, it's his turn now. He has disadvantage on his attacks.
Yeah, I should double check.
His attack
the-
die? His disadvantage die. Okay. Oof. Does a 21 hit you?
That's a disadvantage.
Holy frick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, it's a 22.
22 hits me.
Okay.
That's horrifying.
Okay, she's going down.
I'm dead.
All
so
right.
dead.
So that's an 8, 10,
Ah.
11,
Which is enough.
18,
Ah.
18, 23 damage.
Yeah, I'm out.
You're out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Unconscious.
It's now going to take a swing at Draven. Oh, I don't think a 13 hits you.
Nope.
Okay. And then Mara. It turns on you,
No thanks.
and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
No.
DC 17.
I did get a 17.
Yeah?
Does that
She
mean I
did.
pass?
You do pass. You
Wow.
do
I
pass.
have a plus
Bravo.
3 on my intelligence saving throws, and I rolled a 14.
Good job, Di. That was perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, so what happens is you essentially duck your head as the air ripples, as a psychic wave fires out from it, and the stump directly behind you just blows up.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was returning the favor. It is now your turn.
Okay, I cast, oh, I want to attack it. But I also don't want Pen to die.
Yeah.
I cast,
If you had failed that, you would have taken on average 41 damage.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Even better job. Right.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Di.
Yikes.
That's like almost all of your health.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast, oh. I'm gonna,
At this point, the Lich King is shouting like, "Hurry up!"
yeah.
Right, he wants to just
I'm
get in
gonna
there.
cast
and we're like,
Beacon of Hope first.
Okay.
Beacon of Hope, and then a little fireball.
Okay. All right.
'Cause at the,
The-
we have focused fire on the big guy so far.
yeah.
I know he's bloodied.
Did he say that?
He
He's
did,
bloodied
yeah.
now?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
I
bloodied.
missed that. That's good.
He's the
Thank
hard
goodness.
hitter. These guys will hit us, but they're I don't
Yeah,
think
but
as
they're not as bad.
intense.
Yeah, I am gonna do it. This
Big
speed.
guy. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
It is a 17.
17 hits.
Nice.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
11.
11 damage. All right. Okay, he's not looking super hot. It is now Dragon's turn. No, it's Pen's turn. Pen. Death saving throw.
But you have advantage on it.
Oh, crap. Well, good thing I have advantage, because that was a 1.
Oh. Oh.
An 11.
Hey!
You got 2 1s that time, and they saved
Yeah.
you.
Wait, oh my gosh.
She
Take
got
that
a 1,
away.
and then she got an 11.
An 11.
2 1s.
Oh,
So she's
11.
okay. She's okay.
I thought she said another 1, and I was like,
That would have been, yeah, if it
Uh-huh.
was 2 1s, Pen would be dead.
Oh.
She'd get 2 death saves immediately, and then something
Yeah.
would attack her.
yeah.
Okay.
So you're okay. Draven,
Okay.
you have a choice to
You're
make.
welcome for the.
Yeah. So it's an action to give her one of her things.
Oh, because it's on her person?
Yes.
Yeah, take a whole
Yeah.
action.
So I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
Okay,
alright.
one of my vitality serums?
Yep. So you just get max healing from whatever that is.
Yes, I do. That's 18 health back.
Okay, alright. And
I
you
don't
like bonus action try and get out of there? Or I guess you're surrounded, aren't you? Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I have a good bonus that I can use.
Okay.
I'm back.
I could cast jump. No, that doesn't help me right now.
Okay. It is now the little one's turns. The one that has you grappled, Pen, attacks you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it hits you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It got a 22.
That'll hit.
All right, and it does. Oh my gosh, I'm rolling so good tonight.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's not.
18 piercing
Are
damage.
you serious?
I am gonna cutting words there.
Yeah. Keep her conscious. Hey!
Oh, an 8?
10 damage.
So you only get 10 damage.
I love you.
That was good. That was a good save
good use
there.
of the cutting
'Kay.
words on that.
Okay.
Oh, not dead yet.
And now Draven, yours attacks you, critically hitting.
Perfect.
No.
Great opportunity to
Wait,
use
if
my.
I cut, if I cutting words that, does that half the dice that he used?
Critical hits always hit.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I'll use my whatever it is that allows me to take half damage.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Uncanny dodge. Yeah.
9 plus, that's 13 plus 8 is 21 plus 3, 24. So 12 damage.
Perfect.
And you are grappled.
Okie dokie.
And now, Mara
No thanks.
only got an 8.
Ha!
It missed. Okay. Owl's turn.
Yes, but I think I'm still gonna just keep him
Okay.
away.
Georgie's turn.
All right, Georgie's gonna hit the big guy again,
Okay.
or try to. 13.
Misses.
Yeah. No, wait. Actually, 15.
Misses.
Okay.
Oh, darn.
Yep. Okay. Whose turn is it now? It is
Go back to
the
top.
big guy.
Oh, it's a big guy.
Let's see here.
Oh.
Draven, give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, frick.
Pass it.
Target me with that one.
Yeah, you're the most intelligent one here.
I am very smart.
22.
You pass.
I forgot that I have.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
proficiency on intelligence saving throws.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. You pass.
Cool.
All right. It is now. It's going to take a swipe at Cassie, hitting you with a 24.
Frick, of course.
Mm-hmm.
With disadvantage.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry. That is a. That was only a 13. So
Oh, that doesn't
I'm
hit.
wondering if I'm wondering if I disadvantaged your hit last time. I can't remember. It's going to swing at you now.
No thanks.
Let's see. That's a 20. It's 20. You take
Can I-
10, 20,
You can take it.
27 damage.
You're alright still.
Psychic
Yeah.
damage, I should say,
Hmm.
as it hits you. Mara, your turn.
Ugh. I don't like that. I am going to cast where is it?
Witch bolt.
Witch bolt.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Just remember that Cassie's also down.
Yeah,
Not
but she'll
currently down.
she'll
You know.
you have another
guess she'll
thing
get
you
a
can give
turn.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. 20.
Ooh, 20 hits.
Nice. These are the
What
These
is
are the D12s.
Yeah, those are D12s.
2d12s, right?
Yeah.
Nice. And then add 3.
She got a 12
20.
on one of them.
20 damage?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
a 12 and a
dang.
5 and then a +3.
Your bolt connects with its face, and it explodes, and it falls limp
Gross.
to the ground.
Heck
Yes!
yeah.
Yes!
Give me that
Okay.
nasty thing back.
It is now.
Wait, I still have a bonus action.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fire little flame on the guy that's right on me.
Okay.
I want to use.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that's the one I want to use. Thank you.
She's got so many new
Oh,
dice.
It's a 25.
That hits.
Sweet. 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
8, 9, 10, 11.
11. Okay. You hit it. It's bloodied.
Nice.
Okay. Pen. Give
All
me
right.
a death save. Don't use the dice
no.
tower.
She's
Alright.
up.
She's
I
up.
have
Oh, you're
8.
up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
that's right. You're up. Okay,
yeah,
it's your turn.
I'm alive right now.
You're alive.
I am grappled though. What does grappled do?
Your movement is
disadvan-
0.
Yeah, yeah. You have a disadvantage only if you're attacking somebody that's not your grappler.
Okay, well I will
So-
attack my grappler
Yeah.
then.
Okay.
Ooh, 15.
Hits.
Good.
Ooh,
Good. And then plus 6 is 11 piercing damage.
11 piercing damage.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. All right.
I
It
will
is bloodied.
hit him again, and I get advantage now.
Critical.
Oh my gosh, look at you in the crits tonight.
Okay.
He's
Nice.
bloody. I'm not gonna waste a Naquium canister. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just smack him. Oh, fiddlesticks.
What'd you roll?
A 1 and a 2 on the damage.
So
die.
that's 9 more.
Okay. So you kill it.
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
It blows up,
Oh.
and a burst of psychic energy. You take 8 psychic damage.
I'm out. I was just about to use a bonus action. to take
Yep.
it. Too late.
Didn't even get a chance.
it
Should've
is
done that first.
now Draven's turn.
So that guy went kaboom.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna use the fact that I can't move at all to give myself advantage
Nice, nice.
and attack this thing. Are you?
3 and a 2.
That's a
Three and a
It's a 14 to hit.
A 14 that hits.
Okay, thank goodness. All right, we're not. We're just giving all the sneak damage on this too.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
really
canted,
canted.
yeah.
Oh, it was worse than it was. Okay, so that's 14, 15 plus 8 is 23 damage.
Okay. It blows up and you take 10 psychic damage.
Okay, I'll uncanny dodge that.
Aha. Okay.
There you go.
It is now their turn. Maro, the one that you are attacking, is going to attack you. Oh, that's canted. 16.
I have one more.
I'll probably run over here just to.
Cutting
Bardic
words.
inspiration.
Yeah, I
bag?
have one more cutting words, and I think I'm gonna
Because your AC is 16, right?
is 15.
Okay, so you need to roll a 2 or higher.
Well, now that you say that, I'm worried I'm gonna roll a 1.
Well, let's see what happens. On a D8, here we go.
It is a D8, right? That's what I.
Cutting words?
Sorry, can
Is
I-
cutting words a D8?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt though? Because I didn't actually get to finish my turn.
A 2, you're good.
Oh, Draven didn't do it.
Yeah. go ahead.
Just because I wanted to run over, use my bonus action.
Oh.
Also, Whales from the Grave, so that
Oh,
that one would take.
go ahead and do
damage
that.
Too.
You
Sorry,
might not
he
need
just
to use your
exploded.
cutting words.
Oh.
Yeah, so 2d6 from the Whales from the Grave on that thing,
I cut you off.
which is 6.
6 damage. So it blows up.
Oh no, sorry, that's a lie. I can't do any of that because I chose to give myself advantage, and I'm not allowed to move at all.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay,
so
so
Mara
I
uses the
do-
cutting
Grave.
words.
Oh, sorry, the Whales from the Grave can still work.
Okay,
So
how
that
much
stands. I just can't move over there
So
to
six.
move my bonus.
6 damage.
It was 6. Yeah.
You get your cutting words back.
Okay,
Um,
it did. Yeah.
It does 16 psychic damage as it blows up.
Oh,
To
no.
me?
Sheesh.
Yeah, because you're right beside it.
That's a big one. Oh,
Holy crap.
How much health have you got left?
8.
Draven, you're doing.
At least
I've got
Draven's
50.
5.
You've got 50,
Yeah.
and Pen, you're at.
I'm 0.
She's
Oh, you're down.
unconscious.
Are
She
we
needs
out of
help.
initiative?
Speaking of which,
order?
it is. Well, no, we're not. It's Georgie's turn.
All right. So all of the monsters are gone.
They blew up. Yep,
Yeah.
they're gone.
Georgie's gonna fly over to me and give me one of my vitality serums.
Okay. You are up, Beacon of Hope,
18
18.
health back.
The Lich shouts at all of you and says, "Get through the portal, I can't hold it much longer."
Get the.
And I will run and just woo
Whoa! All right.
into
Yeah.
the portal.
Yeah.
Immediately into consciousness, she's
So
like,
you
okay.
You just kind of on the other side.
Yep.
Yep, okay. What do the two of you do?
Yeah, that too.
I'll go up
Do you have to
there.
do it in initiative though? Or
No.
Okay.
No, good.
I'll just stand on the edge and then just like teeter into
You pass through.
Same.
Amara, you pass through.
And I bring my owl.
You all pass. Yeah, Georgie, I suppose, comes too. You
Yeah.
all pass through the portal. There's a sound as it closes behind you. And we will end there for tonight.
Okay.
What?
Any hint at what's right in front of our face, probably?
What?
Is there any hint at what's right in front of our face?
Yeah,
probably?
we just fought a bunch
A
of
garden.
them. Oh.
And that's it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
all I'll tell you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in the Parted Veil. We post every Tuesday, and we would love if you would give us a subscription, a like, tell your friends about us, and one more bit of news. You guys leveled up.
Again, nice.
Oh.
Yep, you've leveled up.
That
That
is
was
lovely.
so fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, yeah.
you've made it to the castle. You've leveled up. So once
Hot
again,
dang.
thank you. Just before we go, a few closing remarks.
Our lovely character minis were printed using Banana for Scale 3D printing services, and you can use our code MINDPLAYED20 for 20% off your first order until the end of 2025. Also, just if you're curious, they were designed with Hero Forge.
And if you guys are enjoying the show and want to drop us a little extra support, we do have a Patreon. Details are in the description. Right now, that gives you access to our Discord community where you can chat with all of us and other people in the community there. One day, we'll have some more goodies on there, but for now, that's what is there. So yeah, please take a look if you're interested.
And the music is by Carl Casey at Whitepad Audio, which you can listen to on YouTube or Bandcamp. And our t-shirts were created by Cricket Lane Vinyl.
Yes.
Which she
Awesome.
did say she would make more for purchase
True.
if anyone wants to be a
Yes,
fan.
and you don't have to have the QR code on the back.
No,
so.
no. Take that off. You take that off. Yeah.
So there you go. Let us know. And thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week in the Parted Veil.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.